Thank you very much. At this point, I would like to ask everyone to stand for the national anthem. But before we do, I have some tragic news. I came up with a cold a couple of days ago, so I will be unable to sing this morning. Sorry, I apologize. Someone said that's okay. I'll throw you out, you know. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. I tried. Some of you may have heard. I tried. Yeah. The Ministry of Planning and Development. Star Trek. What's the link? One dares to go where no one, boldly go where no one has gone before. The final frontier. And the other, we are trying to explore all frontiers. Keegan? The Global Services Promotion Program. Oh, and I would like to announce the arrival of the Honorable Minister, the Honorable Camille Roberts-Regis. Morning, Minister. Welcome. Minister, you missed my singing, so there'll be a fine. So there'll be a fine attached for that. She said, praise God. All right. So the Global Services Promotion Program is one of the ministry's ventures where we are trying to boldly go where no one has gone before and explore not just the final frontier, but all frontiers through the theme, limitless possibilities. And one of the things I was reminded to speak about was that in the light of partnership and collaboration, this is where we are going to explore all of these frontiers. This is a partnership between the Inter-American Development Bank, the Ministry of Planning through the Global Services Promotion Program. And the focus is to build and develop the information technology enabled services sector in Trinidad and Tobago as, again, a new frontier of economic diversification, economic transformation, and opportunity for all. And in further light of that, one of our key mantras is that we believe in and promote national development within an economic, social, environmental, and spatial framework. Like our collaborations and like our partnerships, all of these are interrelated and interconnected. Of course, without the environment, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be alive to earn, to learn, and do the things that we want to do. We do these things, and you were invited here as entrepreneurs because of your contribution to economic development. And of course, economic prosperity and social prosperity are closely hinged. So with all of these in mind and all of these coming together, we invited you and brought you here today to the launch of the Facebook Global Services ConnectAmericas program. And I thank you all for being here. I thank you all for coming. One more thing, a key mantra, a key plinth, the key foundation of all that we are doing, and you will notice that it is a Vision 2030 initiative. Vision 2030 is a national development strategy for Trinidad and Tobago. And all of the projects, everything going forward that is hinged on national development, that is hinged on progress and prosperity based on the sustainable development goals is built on this platform of Vision 2030. So even today's initiative, the Global Service Promotion Program, the development of the ITS, the development of the entrepreneurial sector is hinged on Vision 2030. And with partnership, public and private, with the entrepreneurs here, the small and micro development, the small and micro enterprises, we believe that we can do it. We believe that it can be done. So again, I thank you all for being here today. I welcome you, and let's have some fun. Now, that having said, I welcome the Minister of Planning and Development. We have our DPS, our Deputy or Acting Permanent Secretary, Ms. Marie Hines. Welcome. Thank you. We have Ms. Karina Coburn and her team from the IDB. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We have representatives of the governmental corps through the permanent secretaries and the deputy permanent secretaries who are here. Thank you. The staff of the Global Services Promotion Program, the Ministry of Planning Development, all our invited guests, the diplomatic corps, representatives of the media. I thank you for your attendance here today. Welcome again, and let's have some fun. Our first speaker, who's going to welcome you in that line, is our acting PS, Ms. Marie Hines. And of course, she has spent yeoman years in the public service. And when I met her, she was a vibrant leader in the Town and Country Planning Division, and secretly an inspiration to me. So you have a little secret admirer, well, no more secret admirer, DPS Hines. So Ms. Marie Hines, the lectern is yours. I said secret admirer, and I think my minister getting jealous. Minister, I'm secret admirer too.
I would like everyone to know that I instructed Kendall not to make any jokes, and I see that I have failed. We will continue to work on that. The Honorable Camille Robinson-Regis, Minister of Planning and Development, representatives of the Tobago House of Assembly who are with us here today, Ms. Karina Cockburn, Inter-American Development Bank's Chief of Operations and Staff, as well of the IDB, all permanent secretaries and deputy permanent secretaries, Ms. Marina Capello, and the visiting team from Facebook, Mr. Francisco Estrazulas de Souza, hopefully I pronounced that okay, Trade and Investment Specialist of the IDB, representatives of Massey Technologies, Carrie Gamers, who've turned out to support us today, Mr. Tracy Hackshaw, Program Manager and Head of the Program Execution Unit of the Global Services Promotion Program, and the staff of the program, members of the staff of the Ministry of Planning and Development, representatives of the media, all of you, our distinguished guests. Good morning. The Ministry of Planning and Development welcomes you to the Facebook Connect Americas Challenge. You learn, you endeavor. A pioneering collaboration between the Ministry of Planning and Development, executed through the Global Services Promotion Program, what we call GSPP, and Facebook, with the complete support of the Inter-American Development Bank, our IDB. You would agree that our world is more open and connected than ever before, with fewer boundaries, easier access to people, places, and things. This digital revolution has also given birth to the phenomenon known as the digital economy. This economy has created a new economic movement in which competitive advantage is built upon ideas, creativity, innovation, and continuous advances in technology. Social networking has become the lifeblood of many. Today's training represents this government's commitment through the Global Services Promotion Program of the Ministry of Planning and Development to focus on the information technology-enabled services sector. Our National Development Strategy, Vision 2030, expresses the recognition that the information technology-enabled services sector provides our people with limitless opportunity to rise above current economic challenges, to create, to dream, and to innovate. Today's digital marketing training brings our country one step closer to achieving our vision and our national goals. But today is also about partnerships. The Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 4, verses 11 and 12, that two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. It goes on to say that three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. As a partner in this endeavor, it is noteworthy to state that Facebook's more than 2.1 billion monthly active users around the world spend an average of 20 plus minutes per day on social networking, on liking, commenting, and scrolling through status updates. According to the Business Insider, that accounts for nearly 20% of all time online. And if time is money, then Facebook.com site represents the most valuable internet property on the web today. The Inter-American Development Bank, through its ConnectAmericas initiative, is another of our faithful partners on this journey. The initiative is the first social network for businesses in the Americas, dedicated to promoting foreign trade and international investment. It seeks to help SMEs strengthen their businesses by providing them access to communities of clients, suppliers, and investors in the region and all over the world. It also provides useful and simple information about procedures and regulations for international commerce, and you will hear much more about this from other presenters. The third strand in our cord is the Global Services Promotion Program. The GSPP aims at fostering the growth of the digital ITS sector, services sector, thereby increasing the potential of this sector as a major contributor to the consolidation of a more diversified, transformed economy in the wake of recent global challenges in the oil and gas sector. We are building the infrastructure for the efficient diffusion of knowledge and technology, and the government, through the GSPP, will be providing the private sector with the right incentives for increased research and innovation. Our national innovation system will be well connected to the global innovation networks and will come alive through increased synergies among the various institutions, agencies, firms, ministries, and departments that must collaborate for our success. The pertinent question this morning is, how can Trinidad and Tobago use this to our advantage? For our entrepreneurs in the room today, strategic online digital marketing can keep your organization ahead of the game without the stressful cost of learning by trial and error. An effective digital marketing strategy can increase your visibility in an extremely competitive landscape and can reach your target audience online. Online marketing isn't a fad, it's not a trend, and it's not going to disappear. In fact, it is growing at an exponential rate. We need to harness the solutions and real-world strategies to take control of digital platforms like Facebook, ConnectAmericas, and make it work successfully for our organizations. This training has the potential to not only bolster the skill set of our local entrepreneurs, but also directly aligns with our national innovation policy, which is a critical element of our diversification strategy. It is key to our economic and social transformation. For our country, the creation of new businesses and industries which are capable of exporting competitively into global markets, and recognizing that those businesses and industries will need innovative products to build and sustain the competitive advantage in those markets. Those are the things that are of key concerns to our government and to our Ministry of Planning and Development. So, ladies and gentlemen, your contribution today is invaluable. You came, that's the first step. Together, we will ensure that Trinidad and Tobago dives headfirst into this exciting world of digital marketing, where together we can explore the endless and limitless possibilities, and so doing, increase our global potential. I thank you.
Thank you very much, DPS Hines. Our next speaker is an economic development professional with over 20 years experience in the public and private sector services. Her core experience include business process management, project management, and risk management. Ms. Karina Coburn, I went blank, wow. Chief of Operations at the IDB, Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. See, I tried to remember all of your credentials and forgot the main thing. Thank you very much, Ms. Coburn.
I forgive you because you're wearing red.
It's orange.
I'm going to try to summarize the protocol as much as possible. Good morning to Minister Robinson Regis, Acting Permanent Secretary Hines, and other officers of the Ministry of Planning and Development. Permanent secretaries of other ministries, I'd like to acknowledge you as well. MC Capello of Facebook, officials of government agencies, I understand the THA is also here, and representatives of private sector organizations, my IDB colleagues, members of the project team from Global Services, distinguished guests, and members of the media. Thank you very much for joining us today for the Facebook ConnectAmericas Challenge. The Inter-American Development Bank is very proud to partner with the Ministry of Planning and Development to launch this very exciting and transformative initiative here in Trinidad and Tobago. Our collaboration with the government through the $18 million Global Services Promotion Program reflects our confidence in the potential for growth of the IT-enabled services sector in Trinidad and Tobago. Indeed, the aim of the program is to position the country as a renowned location for the provision of ITES. The program itself, as well as today's launch, and subsequent capacity building sessions for small and medium businesses and government officials, are strongly in line with the IDB's country strategy with Trinidad and Tobago, covering the period 2016 to 2020. One of the key pillars of that strategy is to promote private sector development and support the government's long-term vision of developing a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. I want to take this opportunity to especially welcome MC Capello and her team from Facebook, as well as Francisco Estrazulas, one of the coordinators of the ConnectAmericas initiative, led by our Trade and Investment Division at the IDB. I look forward to our discussions and presentations this morning, and I think you'll enjoy and learn from them as well. For those of you who have not yet heard about ConnectAmericas, it is the only social media platform in Latin America and the Caribbean designed to help small and medium-sized businesses trade and invest abroad. ConnectAmericas users can conduct business, network, access online courses, and apply for financing from commercial banks. Since its launch a little over 3 years ago, the platform has generated more than $250 million in transactions and trained more than 30,000 business people through its courses and webinars. 2 million unique users have accessed its open content. So anybody who's not yet on the platform should get on board. ConnectAmericas is constantly looking to increase the value it offers to its users. The new partnership with Facebook is a clear example of this. The Facebook Start by ConnectAmericas Challenge invites app developers from throughout Latin America and the Caribbean to present solutions to various development challenges that our region faces and compete to earn $80,000 worth of software licenses and coupons made available through the Facebook Start program. My colleague Francisco will present the details of this later this morning. The IDB strongly believes in the importance of social media and technology to facilitate dynamic modern business activities. This strategic partnership between the Ministry of Planning and Development, the IDB, and Facebook seeks to embed an innovative culture with the provision of public services, startups, and SMEs. And in that context, I want to mention two other initiatives. In addition to its partnership with Facebook, the IDB has established a strategic relationship with the MIT Media Lab to facilitate SME development and encourage innovation. I've personally observed the exciting work taking place at the Media Lab, and we hope to incorporate new programs based on that work into our current and future operations in Trinidad and Tobago. I also want to mention that this month, from November 24th to 26th, the IDB will be partnering with Launch Rocket right here in Trinidad and Tobago to host a startup weekend where entrepreneurs and innovators will be able to pitch ideas for national solutions to challenges in how public services are delivered. This will be a fantastic opportunity to engage in finding solutions to issues that affect all of us, and also receive funding of up to $10,000 to implement your ideas. More information on this initiative will be available throughout the day. I want to take this opportunity to wish for everyone present a productive and innovative day. Morning again.
Ms. Coburn, thank you. And next time I will aim for red. Yes. Mr. Francisco de Souza, our next presenter, is a trade specialist with the IDB, and his presentation will focus on the ConnectAmericas program. And he wants to initiate a question and answer segment within this session. Yeah? We're still going with that idea, right, Francisco? Yeah? So within his half-hour session, he's going to initiate a question and answer. So your participation, of course, is always welcome. Yeah? And I guess we'll work out the microphones while that's happening. Yeah. Thanks, Francisco.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to start this presentation from the really broad and then go to the really narrow. So starting with the Inter-American Development Bank. The IDB is a multilateral financial institution. For those who don't know, this is a bank that its core business is to provide loans to countries for their development. Okay? One of the interesting features of the Inter-American Development Bank is that the shareholders of the bank are the countries themselves. And more than 50% of the shares of the bank are owned by the borrowing member countries. These are 26 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean that have majority decision-making power in our board. The other countries that make up the bank are the donor countries, including the US, Canada, European countries, Asian countries, and we all pull in resources to provide loans to countries for their development. Within the bank, I work at the Trade and Investment Division, as was mentioned before. The Trade and Investment Division provides loans to countries on matters related to trade facilitation and trade promotion. In trade facilitation, for example, we help set up single windows for international trade to help streamline the processes for trading in our region. We help improve infrastructure in border crossings. In terms of promotion, one of the examples is the Global Services Promotion Program we have here in order to help countries increase the exports and increase the foreign direct investment in certain specific sectors that they want to promote. Now, why a public bank that provides loans to countries is creating a social media platform for SMEs. So we have gone for the past 10 years way beyond just providing loans. We wanted to pull up our sleeves and really create the conditions for small and medium-sized enterprises from Latin America to internationalize. So we've been organizing for 10 years business matchmaking events. We have an event called Like Flavors that some of you may know that is focused in the food and beverages sector, and we invite exporters from Latin America and the Caribbean and buyers from all over the world to attend, and it works much like a speed dating kind of scenario, right? So each participant will have a 20-minute meeting with a buyer, and in a day and a half, each will have 20, 30 meetings, and it's been super successful. We have another event called Outsource to DAC, which is focused on, we call IT-enabled services exporters. And again, speed dating between them and potential buyers in the region and outside of the region. And these events are quite successful. We estimate that for each dollar that the IDB invests in inviting companies, bringing buyers, the logistics of the event, we are generating $70 of business. Okay, so in a way, we're demonstrating that there's a Latin American supply and a global demand that exists out there, but that it's not meeting on its own. They're not finding each other. They're finding each other at these events we put together. They're finding each other at other similar events that other organizations are putting together. So that sparked the idea, okay, there are many people that can attend these events because of time, because of logistics, because of just the number of participants that we can handle is small. So there's many opportunities that are being missed of companies that do have a product that is attractive, that is competitive, that may find a client abroad, but that can't find these clients abroad on their own. So that's what sparked the idea of ConnectAmericas. We're witnessing in Latin America and the Caribbean a huge increase in the use of internet, in the use of social media. And just to give you an interesting statistic here, out of the 10 countries that use most social media in the world, 5 are from Latin America and the Caribbean. So we know how to use these tools. We use Facebook, we use LinkedIn, we use Twitter. So the idea of ConnectAmericas was to, on the one hand, try to replicate what was going on in these business matchmaking events that we put together, but at the same time, tap into the social media skills that are so widespread in Latin America and the Caribbean. Make it as easy as LinkedIn to create a company profile and to create my own profile. Make it as easy as Facebook to send a message to someone else. So the idea was to tap into these social media skills and recreate what was happening in these matchmaking events. So we said, okay, large companies in our region, they have foreign trade departments. They have experts that know how to export. They know about non-trade barriers. They know non-tariff barriers. They know how to do it. But SMEs don't many times. And that is a barrier to their internationalization. So when the idea of ConnectAmericas came about in 2013, we started studying SMEs and studying the barriers that they face to internationalization. We did focus groups, interviews, surveys, research, and we identified several barriers. But in ConnectAmericas, we focused on 3 key barriers that are present in very diverse contexts. These barriers are faced in Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago, as well as in Mexico and Brazil. It doesn't matter the size of the country, it doesn't matter the sector of the company. These 3 barriers are omnipresent. And these are, first, access to trustworthy clients abroad. Okay? We've heard a lot of horror stories of international trade, of people who didn't pay, of products that were placed in the shelves after they were expired. We see that small and medium-sized companies tend to not participate in trade missions because the cost is high, the likelihood of finding, high-quality, long-term clients is low, so they're not building networks for business outside of their countries. And we thought that that was certainly an area that we could help with through the ConnectAmericas platform. The second barrier that we found has to do with access to practical information for international trade. A lot of times that information exists, it's on the internet, but it's widespread in thousands of of websites. A lot of times the information is too academic or too dense. It's not boiled down to really the practical things that the company needs to know in order to internationalize. And also information about private standards, latest trends in demand of the product in the country that I want to enter. We thought that that was also a barrier that we could help overcome through ConnectAmericas and as the Inter-American Development Bank. And then finally, a very clear barrier, again, omnipresent, that had to do with access to finance for small and medium-sized companies. Okay? It's difficult for banks to lend to SMEs. If they lend at interests that are too high. And we thought that as the IDB, that was an area that we could also help overcome, a barrier that we could help overcome. So we structured ConnectAmericas in 3 key service areas: Connect, Learn, and Finance. Connect aimed at the first barrier, Learn aimed at the information barrier, and Finance aimed at the access to finance barrier. We launched the platform in March of 2014. It's been growing at a very healthy rate. We're very happy. There's 140,000 business people from 120 countries registered on the platform, constantly logging in, sending messages to each other. They have reported, as was mentioned before, $250 million in transactions. We estimate that this is less than what is actually taking place, because ConnectAmericas is not a transactional platform. So the numbers that we're getting are based on surveys, and of course, some people don't respond to surveys, or they don't provide accurate numbers. So that's the origin of ConnectAmericas. Those are the 3 service areas: Connect, Learn, and Finance. And I'm going to give you a quick tour of the platform so you see how it works. First, I'm going to log out so you can see how easy it is to create an account. One thing to mention, this is a completely free platform. All the services that you'll find in ConnectAmericas are for free and are specifically designed for small and medium-sized companies. So this is the landing page. The objective here is to introduce the services that we offer in the platform. So as you scroll down, you'll find these boxes. You click on these boxes and you find more information about the different features that the platform offers. We have information about success stories, information about some of the discounts and coupons and promotions that our anchor partners offer companies through the platform. To join ConnectAmericas is very simple. You just have to fill out this form with your name, last name, country of residence, gender, email, and create a password, and you're inside the platform. You will receive a confirmation email, you click on a button, and then you get into a wizard that helps you create your company profile. This is one of the most important steps that you guys are going to make in ConnectAmericas, because the information that you provide on that company profile is going to determine the information that you're going to see in the user dashboard once you log in, and it's going to determine the information that we're going to email to you, be purchasing announcements, new courses, etc. We try to tailor the information to the specific profile of the user on the site. So I'm going to log in to show you the ConnectAmericas user dashboard so you can see some of the functionalities. So this is what registered users have access to. On the top, you will see a highlighted article. In this case, we're highlighting the Facebook Start by ConnectAmericas challenge, which I'm going to present to you later on today. And then we have our first feature that is focusing on this Connect service area that we offer. So these are purchasing announcements published by corporations that have been vetted by IDB and by governments throughout the region. One of the interesting features of the public procurement that you will find on the site is that all this procurement is financed by the IDB. This means that even if that procurement is not published as an international public tender, it is open to companies from any IDB member countries. So any opportunity that you will find here with governments in Latin America and the Caribbean are open to companies in Trinidad and Tobago. So just to show you an example, here we have a company that is looking for figs in syrup in Uruguay. Oh, this has already expired. Let me see an active one. You can filter these purchasing announcements by sector. If you click on See More, you find all the purchasing announcements. You can filter them by issuing country, by eligible country, by buyer. Just to show you an example, here we have a supermarket in Colombia that is looking for beer suppliers. So here you see more information about the requirements that they have. And if I want to apply, I just fill out this form with information about my product and my company. Brand, I can upload images about the product. This is a very simple way in which I can, apply or let my company be known by buyers throughout the region and throughout the world. What happens is that ConnectAmericas receives this application, we verify that your company is compliant with what the buyer is looking for, and then we send that to the buyer, and the buyer gets in touch. This is the first feature for connecting companies. The second is the database of companies that are registered on the site. We can filter that database by industry, by country, by level of verification of the company. Let's do here an example. Let's search from companies from Trinidad and Tobago. Let's look for companies that are in the business and professional services. Here we see the latest ones that have been that have registered and have been verified by ConnectAmericas. As you can see here on the green check mark and the pink check mark, it's interesting because it tells us that the company is either owned by a woman or managed by a woman. This is quite interesting because some buyers are looking to source from women-owned and women-managed businesses. So I'll show you here an example of what a company profile looks like. These are a general description of the company, the services they offer, where they're present, make clients, certifications, affiliations, etc. And there's always at least one person from the company that is affiliated to the company profile, and I can always send them an internal message to get in touch, okay? Again, this is a free tool where you can do proactively your own search for potential clients, for suppliers, for partners outside of your country. So the second feature is that database of companies that are registered on the site. Then we have a section with business support services. These are services provided by trade promotion organizations. We have content here from Export TT, by business support organizations like chambers of commerce, manufacturers associations, etc. The idea is here to summarize the service and then redirect the user to the website of that organization so that they can access that service. We have a section here on communities. So these are sector-specific communities, basically fora where users can upload 3 types of postings: purchasing announcements, selling announcements, and opinion pieces or relevant links or relevant information for the sectors. Just to show you here an example, there's a food and beverages community, and just to show you what types of postings we have in the communities. So this community has 696 business people from throughout our region and beyond. And these are some of the postings that we have, right? As you can see, opinion pieces, selling offers. And this is important because you can upload postings into these communities, and every member of the community is going to receive an email with a transcription of your posting. So it's a good way to letting people know about what your company does, what it offers, what it's looking for, and other information that you may want to disseminate to your peers. The next feature is upcoming events. So we promote business events, be it trade fairs, matchmaking events, seminars happening in Latin America and in the rest of the world. Just to show you an example, there's a matchmaking event happening in Europe, brief information about the event, information about who the supporters are, and always a button that redirects us to the registration page for that event, okay? Then we have the section on banks. So the system knows that I am from Uruguay. So when I click here, see all, I will see the the 5 banks in Uruguay that are affiliated to ConnectAmericas. These banks are promoting their financial products and services on the platform for free. So what do we ask for in exchange for that, marketing exposure, offering their services in a place where a company is closing a deal, needing financing, is that they commit to evaluating and making an offer to the company using a unique application form. So that really lowers and simplifies the level of effort that I need to put in order to find out what type of financing is available for me in my country. I fill out one form, I send it to 5 banks, and I find out what's available for me. Okay, so this is the financing section of ConnectAmericas. And then finally, we have the Learn section. So here we have articles, videos, online courses, self-assessment tools that, as I said, are designed to help overcome that information barrier that I mentioned before. I'm going to just briefly show you here the ConnectAmericas Academy, which is the section of the platform where we host our online courses. We currently have 11 online courses, and we have about 50 recorded webinars on things going from how to do business with China to how to use Facebook ads. There's a lot of interesting content here for companies. Now, aside from what you're seeing here in the Academy, I wanted to mention that we are focusing on 2 types of content that are difficult to find out there. On the one hand, content by companies, peer-to-peer learning. We want to know, okay, what challenges did this SME that was able to internationalize face? How were they able to overcome those challenges? We put a lot of effort in collecting that kind of knowledge because we think there's a lot of value in that peer-to-peer learning. And then the second area is private standards. What are private buyers looking for? Where can I find that information? So we'll interview people from the purchasing departments in companies like DHL, P&G, telling us what certifications, what good practices, what standards they're looking for. And we hope to educate companies about how they need to improve their processes and what certifications they need to get in order to be able to insert themselves into these more demanding or sophisticated supply chains. So this is ConnectAmericas, again, completely free platform, open to all of you. And I would like to now answer questions or comments that you may have about the platform, if there are any. I don't know if you have a mic. There he comes.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My question is, I noticed a lot of companies that are trading in goods on the platform. What about the opportunities for companies that trade in services?
There's a lot of services companies in ConnectAmericas. It's actually the most or the second most represented sector on the platform. So there are lots. And one of the reasons is that one of the business events that we've been organizing for 10 years is Outsource to LAC, which focuses a lot on, as I said, IT-enabled services exports. So that's why there's such a high representation of services exporters on the site. And a lot of the purchasing announcements that you'll find from the public sector on the platform are for services, be software and other services. So it's well represented. There's a question over there.
Morning. Thank you for the presentation. Can you speak a little bit about the verification process for the SMEs on your platform, please?
Sure. So we offer the verification to every company that registers on the site, and it's a free service. And what we do is we ask them for their tax identification number, and we verify that that company is duly registered with the tax authority in the country. And then we obtain a telephone number for that company from a source outside of ConnectAmericas, okay, different from what was inputted into the system. And we call that company to verify that the individual who created the account actually works in the company and can negotiate in the name of the company. That is the extent of the verification, so let me be very candid and open here. We are not verifying the quality of the product or their credit history. One thing that helps verify or get a better sense of the trustworthiness of the company are the affiliations. So one of the ways in which we have disseminated the platform and gotten companies to register is through a network of around 300 local partners, which are chambers of commerce, trade promotion organizations, trade associations. So the companies that are coming through these partners have a higher level of verification because they have either attended trade fairs or they have received services from chambers. So that's the extent of the verification we have so far on the platform. We're working on new things.
Good morning, everyone. Could you tell me if the coupons and promotions you all offer apply to Trinidad and Tobago as well?
Yes. So you will see, I will give a presentation in a little bit where I will describe all the coupons and discounts and free trials that you can access through the challenge. And yeah, so they are available in Trinidad as well.
Hi, good morning. I was trying to register to the site right now, and I wanted to clarify when there was a link saying to register your company, does that also apply for sole traders, or is that only limited to limited companies?
Anyone can create a company. Yeah.
Please identify yourselves and what you do. Yeah, so I know you just spoke last, so just give your name and what it is you do. So everyone else, just please identify yourself again and what it is you do, what your business is and so on. Please, thank you. Thanks, Francis.
Yep. No, just to make sure I understood the question, you're asking whether we can have single-person companies as well as larger companies. Yes. There's actually one option in the form that you fill out when you're creating the company that you can identify it as a single-person company. So yes. Any other questions? No more questions? Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope to see you in the ConnectAmericas platform very soon, and good luck.
Francisco, thank you very much. And thank you for those who posed some questions. I know we received some questions from Facebook as well, and I know they're putting that together. So as we go along, we will share some of these questions and some of the comments as well. So it's being streamed live. It's being streamed live on Facebook this morning. And we have, what, 40 million followers so far? Yeah? 41 million. Thank you, Tracy. 41 million followers so far. Yep. Again, thanks for everyone coming. It's an historic event this morning, and we could not have facilitated everyone who wanted to be here today, so we are live streaming. We catered for 300 to 360, and we exceeded that. We went to almost 500 registrants for this program, so it's very highly subsidized. But this is part one of two. Tomorrow, we're focusing on public sector representatives. We have about 25 to 30 at Arthur Lockjack who are participating in a Train the Trainer program. So what they're going to do is more or less be evangelists, if I may, or they will spread the training and the knowledge of this program. So once that training is done, they'll be further infiltrated into the broader picture. Yeah. Okay. At this point, can we have the lights? Didn't realize I was in darkness. You see, my natural illumination sort of takes over. Yeah. Our next presenter is the public policy manager of Facebook, and she has a background in public policy and political science. She is Venezuelan and has spent 10 years living in Mexico and was at 5 years at Google prior to joining Facebook 6 months ago. And Maria Capello, very humorous, very lively, is our next presenter from Facebook. And she's going to focus on enhancing social media and social penetration in Trinidad and Tobago. Maria?
He gave me a hard job. But I'm glad the lights came back for me. Thank you. I was a little scared there that I was going to have to speak in the dark. I'm Maria Cristina. You're going to laugh. That's fine. They've explained this to me many years ago. They call me MC, okay? And I like it because people think my name is too long. So why are we here? This is the funnest part for me. Thank you so much for the invitation, Minister, Permanent Secretary, Permanent Secretaries from the different ministries that are accompanying us, Tracy, who's been a partner in crime on this candle, and of course the IDB, which is, for me, where this whole thing started. You just heard about ConnectAmericas. I was there at the very beginning of that project, and I am super excited that it's now expanded so much and that we're actually here with this full room. I very much thank you for being here today. I cannot emphasize enough how excited we were to see how excited you were for today and tomorrow and for the activities that were happening. When we first said internally, oh, we're going to Trinidad and Tobago, we're doing our You Learn, You Endeavor SMB training, and some folks were like, why? And we were like, because they're super excited. And because we really do think that there's a big community here of entrepreneurs, which is all of you and many more, who not only use Facebook, but are online and are really accomplishing all these different goals that the Permanent Secretary talked about, that Francisco talked about, that Karine talked about. You guys are getting out there. And I don't just say that. When I heard this stat, I almost flipped, because I work in Mexico, Central America, the Caribbean in general, but this statistics I've never heard. Tracy told me that almost 40% of those of you who registered for this event already sell your product online. I just haven't seen that anywhere else. So I'm really, really grateful that you guys are here. Why is Facebook here? Our mission is quite simple. It just changed a little bit ago. So I'm relearning it, because when I came in, it was a different one, but it's expanded. It's give people the power to build communities and bring the world closer together. So it's not only about connecting people, right? It's not only about having folks on the platform. It's about building communities. It's about having all of you support each other and talk to each other. And really, that's why Facebook has programs like these. Facebook has programs to give tools, to provide the tools that we know about, which have to do with online technologies, with digital marketing, to entrepreneurs, in this case to SMBs. But the most important thing for us is that a community is formed, that entrepreneurs talk to each other. And we're not just saying this. I'll tell you something, a couple numbers that I have to read because they're kind of impressive. In the world, you just heard the statistic. We have about 2.1 billion people actively on Facebook every month. 1.4 billion of those people follow a business on Facebook. That's huge. Okay? That means that there's a lot of connections between what you're doing and your customers and what they're interested in. But beyond that, 1 billion people of those follow a business outside of their country. So the opportunity here for you, for countries like ours, where we actually see, our internal markets might not be as large, we really want to look outside. This is a very important statistic to keep in mind. People are looking out there for you. If you're doing a local service, of course, that makes more sense internally. But people are looking for knowledge, for know-how. You run a daycare center. Some other people in some other countries are going to want to know how you do that and how that works and the mechanisms that you have to keep children safe, for example. So anything counts. We did a survey. We've started a survey. It goes monthly, and we started this with the World Bank and the and the OECD last year. And I invite you all to go online and do that survey. It's called The Future of Business. But the reason I bring that up is because in that survey, we realized that 42% of businesses told us that the way they learn about their business is from each other. So this reinforces the point of why we are here. We are here for one time. We bring two wonderful trainers. You're going to meet them in a little bit. They're going to talk to you about everything from how to differentiate a page from a profile, how to use Messenger to do customer service on real time, how to get some statistics that are relevant for you and for your audience on the platform. But this doesn't end here. Tomorrow, it's been mentioned by Francisco, it's been mentioned by the minister, by the permanent secretary, we are also training folks in Trinidad that are going to continue this job of providing more access to the tools and the knowledge and the technology. But in addition to that, you are here for each other. So this is the beginning of your community. I would love to see you all in the break saying, oh, you know what? I have never done digital marketing before. I've never sold online. How have you done it? What's worked for you? And then as the training progresses today, then please bring those questions to us, but also to each other. So this is about you today. We think, and this is not something that we only think, we know that folks who talk to each other, entrepreneurs that feel supported, also believe more in their economy. And so they invest more in their economy. They create more jobs. They get more people to spend money on their products, on their services. So it's a virtuous cycle. And the other thing that I'm very excited about is the partnership that we've built with the IDB now over at Facebook, and the challenge that you'll hear about in a little bit that Francisco talked about briefly. But it really is a good opportunity for you to understand that we're all working on this together. That it's really, for us, it's a partnership. It's about creating this community. It's about making sure that you get access to tools, to financing, to answering questions, to being with each other. And it's about taking you to a next level. The internet, Facebook, what does it do? It reduces geographic distance. Hopefully, you won't need to sell to the person next door. You won't need to only think about your neighborhood. Now you can think beyond even the country. We know that there's more and more services being provided online. It's key. More and more people, individuals. You don't even have to have, someone asked over here if ConnectAmericas, you could register a single person company. Don't forget, the internet and Facebook help you to have your own micro multinational. Like you can really be one person and be out there in the world. And it really helps you optimize, simplify logistics. So beyond building community, and our partnerships here are to help provide you with an ecosystem that works. How do you build that ecosystem? From the ministry side, from the government side is helping you have the tools on the regulatory side to make sure that you can get access to financing, to tools, which is the trainings that you're gonna get later. From private companies like us is to have this ability to continue your learning online, offline, through webinars, and bringing you more and more of that. I don't wanna speak much longer because really this day is about you. I wanted to emphasize the importance for us of being here, how excited we are, how really cool it is to see a full room of entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago today. Thank you very much. I'm gonna leave you now with the minister.
Thank you, Mariana. And the plan was to actually give our visitors the carnival experience without the jumping and waving and the bacchanals. If I did that, GPA Science would definitely put me out. So lights off introduction, lights out extra. In the spirit of partnership, we were reached out by Massey Technologies, who provided the broadband, which all of you are enjoying today. So I'd just like to give a shout out to Massey, who reached out without us having to ask. Yes? And we have an interesting experience for you. Carry Gamers, they have a booth on the outside. And those of you who have not experienced it, they are our virtual reality partners, we call them. They have a mind-blowing virtual reality experience. I'm tempted to spill it out because it's so exciting, but I won't. I'll let you experience it. They're on the outside. They have the goggles and everything, and it is mind-blowing. So our partners, they reached out, and there were more who reached out that we just couldn't facilitate. So this whole process was extremely amazing. So Massey Technologies providing the broadband, and Carry Gamers providing that virtual reality experience. And of course, we all know that Facebook is looking to pioneer that technology as well, so it's apt that we have them here this morning. Our next speaker has had a gloried political landscape. She first entered the Senate in 1992 as one of the youngest senators in Trinidad and Tobago. And despite her legal background, has served as Minister of Information, Minister of Consumer Affairs, Minister of Legal Affairs, and this is her second iteration as the Minister of Planning and Development. So ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Camille Robinson-Regis. I got the look. I'm in trouble. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you very much, Kendall. I was expecting a long, drawn-out introduction, so I'm really pleased. Thank you very much for being here, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Planning and Development, Mr. Francisco Estrazulas de Souza, Ms. Karina Coburn, MC. One of your members of staff told me it goes with Hammer, but I'm not so sure. The Principal of the University of the West Indies, Professor Copeland, members of staff of the IDB, permanent secretaries of other ministries, members of the private sector, members of staff of the Ministry of Planning and Development, ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited at the numbers that we're seeing here this morning. I'm really excited. They would tell you at the Ministry of Planning and Development that I am excited all the time. I try to get the staff as excited as I am. I think I have got the permanent secretaries in that mode, and I'm moving to the other staff. So I'm trying to excite them too. But I think we're going through a very exciting time in Trinidad and Tobago. It is challenging, but it's also exciting because it's an opportunity for us as a country to do things differently. So I'm really very excited to see so many people here, and I think you should give yourselves a round of applause for coming. Earlier today, I had the distinct pleasure of delivering the opening remarks at a multi-stakeholder conference under the heading Innovation for Diversification. That forum brought together representatives of the IDB, the European Union, the Economic Development Advisory Board, and several other stakeholders with a view to discussing the implementation of a national innovation policy and strategies designed to stimulate the diversification of the national economy away from or in conjunction with hydrocarbons and non-renewable energy sources, and to ensure that our Vision 2030 is ultimately achieved. As I prepared for this particular event, the nexus between the two was inescapable and very obvious. Just as we further the dialogue on a macro level on the nature and direction of our economic diversification thrust, so too we must focus attention on the micro, small, and medium enterprises, a sector of the economy that contributes a significant percentage of the GDP, but often very quietly. I want to immediately thank the representatives of Facebook and the IDB for their willingness to participate with Trinidad and Tobago. But from hearing what Marina said, it is clear that they were excited to come because we were excited to have them. So that excitement crossed borders. And why we were excited is because they have come to provide us with the much needed training opportunity for our entrepreneurs and for members of our public service. I am certain that for many of us, this is a side of Facebook with which we are not too familiar, but which, from all indications, is an integral part of the corporate social responsibility. There is no doubt that Facebook's enormous popularity comes from what it does so effectively: enable people to like and share content with each other on the web. This makes it a great platform to get word-of-mouth recommendations and social proof for businesses, as long as persons are presented with interesting or remarkable things to share and talk about. Facebook's ability to let businesses engage inexpensively with a large target market has made it very popular with small businesses. The question for the micro, small, and medium-sized businesses remains, though, how can they best harness the potential of this social media beast? The answer might very well be found in this very comprehensive training program, You Learn, You Endeavour, which is part of Facebook's entrepreneurship and economic growth initiative in Latin America and the Caribbean to support micro, small, and medium enterprises become more competitive in their markets. As part of Facebook's mission, it is essential for these businesses to engage closely with their communities and acquire the requisite digital skills to take full advantage of the technological, commercial tools and digital platforms that exist today, so as to compete most effectively in the increasingly globalized market. It is our wish that through this training, there will be a contagious movement formed by you who are here with us today. The small, medium, and micro enterprise members gathered here today as part of government's cohesive thrust to transform the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, to transform the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago's economy, and to transform the social dialogue in Trinidad and Tobago. It is our hope and belief that the economy will be transformed from one still rooted in extractive industries to one based on what is truly our greatest asset, that is our human capital, and the combined value add that our knowledge and skills bring to the local, regional, and global marketplaces in order for Trinidad and Tobago to compete amongst the best on offer in the burgeoning digital economy. Ladies and gentlemen, in both developed and developing countries, micro, small, and medium enterprises have been recognized as important engines of growth and economic re-engineering. In many developed countries, including the United States of America, Japan, and Germany, the contribution of MSMEs to gross domestic product exceeds 50%. Data sourced from the 2030 report by the Ministry of Labor, Small and Micro Enterprise Development indicates that Trinidad and Tobago's MSMEs sector is estimated to contribute approximately 28% to GDP and represents more than 20,000 enterprises, employing in the order of 200,000 persons and 85% of all registered businesses in Trinidad and Tobago. It is most apparent that MSMEs, founders and owners, especially those who are not yet fully activated digitally, would benefit greatly from the use of Facebook and Instagram to expand their markets, thereby continuing to drive revenue and employment. As you are aware, the Global Services Promotion Program, emanating out of the Ministry of Planning and Development, was designed on the canvas of achieving economic inclusiveness in an innovation-driven, knowledge-based growth economy. In its conceptualization, the further development of SMMEs as a sector was always a priority. With this in mind, the government took a decision to fast-track the development of the information technology-enabled services sector and the Global Services Promotion Program, which was initiated in January 2017. Through the Ministry of Planning and Development, it has maintained its objective, and that is the support of the advancement of Trinidad and Tobago's positioning as a renowned location for the global provision of information. Ladies and gentlemen, the expectation is that there will be increasing exports and employment through the various activities of the program. Through the Global Services Initiative, potential entrepreneurs will soon be able to benefit from state-of-the-art digital acceleration and internationalization facilities at locations in Chaguanas and at the Intech Park in Tamina. Also carded for introduction is something along the lines of a finishing school, where further skills development interventions which seek to supplement certain skills gaps that have been identified by employers within the IT sector. One of the key objectives of the Global Services Promotion Program is to improve and increase the quality and quantity of digital skills available in Trinidad and Tobago. To this end, the program, through deepening and widening the pool of these skills, envisages that the revenue earned from the enhancement of the digital skills pool would serve as a transformative economic catalyst. Through the ministry's collaboration with the IDB, we are today partnering with Facebook, the largest digital marketing and social media platform in the world, to enhance your digital skills here in Trinidad and Tobago, to enhance and expand your access to regional and international markets. Ladies and gentlemen, as we drive this partnership forward, and with a view to potentially establishing a Facebook Digital Skills Center of Excellence in Trinidad and Tobago, I wish to extend an invitation to the representatives of Facebook to deepen their ties with the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago by working closely with the Global Services Promotion Program to establish a regional presence headquartered in Trinidad and Tobago. Do I need to repeat that? I also wanted to, I am extremely confident that you are in good hands with the Facebook team. They have clearly indicated to us that they are not here to sell you anything. This is not a pitching session. Rather, this is a session designed to make you and your business more productive and ultimately more successful in the global digital economy. But I am here to pitch what I just said to Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, I also wanted to make the point that if the Ministry of Planning and Development were to be one of the services on that Francisco told us about, that we would be pink, because the minister is a woman, the permanent secretary is a woman, the deputy permanent secretaries are women, and if I go further down the line, most of the directors, yes, MC, we're in charge here. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to listen, to learn, and then to replicate what you have digested from the learnings into your own businesses. It can only serve you in good stead. That way, you would have paved the way, not only for your own wealth, but for the several generations to come and for the increased wealth of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you. May God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And at this point, we have come to the end of the first part of today's program. And we have a short break now, a short 15-minute break, after which the next element of the program, which will be, I think, you again, Francisco? Yeah, we'll look at ConnectAmericas again, and then Facebook will start the training session. So again, thank you for your attendance. Thank you to our partners, the IDB, Massey Technologies, Carry Gamers. Thank you all. There are, I like to use the word libations. Well, I always get both when I use that word, but there are eats and drinks outside. You have 15 minutes, after which we will continue the session. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Camille. I know I'm live. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to commence the, should I say, second half of the program. So those who are eating, continue. Those who are standing, please be seated. And the ushers are going to get those who are outside in. And as soon as that happens, Senor De Souza will hit off with the Facebook Start Challenge. Yes? All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these people are still milling in. We are just waiting for the majority to come in, and we are going to continue the second half of the program. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the second part of the program now, and I just have one thing to add. I spoke to a few of you in the crowd, and you know, a lot of people indicating that they're impressed so far. So I got a lot of platitudes, but during the break, I got no plates. So I guess during lunch, we'll have to do something about that, right? So the second half, Francisco is going to take us into the Facebook Connect Americas Challenge. So Facebook, Francisco, it's yours. So during lunch, I want to see more plates, less platitudes. Thank you.
Can we get, yeah, perfect. Okay, thank you very much. I promise this is my last intervention for the day, but it's the most exciting one. And this is something that we are launching globally right at this minute. It's one of the main areas of collaboration between IDB and Facebook in this partnership, and it's the Facebook Start Challenge by ConnectAmericas. So what is the Facebook Start Challenge? It's a program that is designed to help early-stage mobile startups build and grow their apps, okay? So my presentation is going to try to answer, it's going to be brief, and it's going to try to answer 4 questions. Why are we doing this? What are the benefits to these startups? How do I apply? And how will I be evaluated? Okay? So why? It's really clear. The mobile segment is growing very fast in Latin America and the Caribbean. If we look at smartphone connections in 2013, there were 154 million. And in 2020, we're expected to have 605 million. The percentage of these people with access to 3G or 4G connections is going to go from 30% to 80%. The contribution to GDP in our region is also going to increase from 242 billion to 275. And this is very important, especially for the public sector people who are represented here. The contribution to government revenue that the mobile apps sector is going to provide is going to increase from $41 billion in 2013 to $53 billion in 2020. And it's also going to increase by 30% the direct employment that it generates. So it is in the interests of all of us to help strengthen this sector and to help this expected growth materialize in the best way possible. So the Facebook Start Challenge is a challenge designed for app developers that have already launched their applications. And we will select winners that will receive 3 main benefits. The first one are these coupons, credits, licenses, premium accounts, free trials of about 30 partners that provide software that helps app developers. So for example, if you win this challenge, you will get $15,000 worth of Amazon Web Services. You will get $2,500 worth of Facebook ads. You will get several free trials of many of these licenses. All these tools are designed to help app developers grow and internationalize. The second element is mentoring, and this is super important. If you win the challenge, you will have access to Facebook product managers, engineers, people working in operations who will be able to assist you. They'll be able to answer your questions. They will provide this assistance through events. They will host office hours. They will have webinars. You will have access to really top-notch professionals to help you solve the challenges that you may be facing as an app developer. Also, we would create together with Facebook a global community of the startups that have won the challenges. So this is going to be a space where you'll be able to interact with your peers, share information, maybe establish joint ventures, get together and do interesting stuff. So these are the 3 key elements that you will have access to if you win the Facebook Start Challenge. So how to apply? This is very simple. You log into ConnectAmericas, as I showed early this morning. You will find up on top a highlighted article called Facebook Start by ConnectAmericas. And then you will find a link to a form. Now, we try to make this as easy as possible and not tedious and fresh. So we want that a big part of your application is going to be through a video. We ask you to create a video with your elevator pitch. We ask you to create a video with recommendations on good practices and even bad practices for other app developers in the region. And then we ask some what we call infotainment questions with some funny facts about yourself and about your company that may be of interest also to other users. And then we have a form with more technical information about your application. We will evaluate your application based on 5 criteria, which are the clarity and the eloquence of your elevator pitch, the quality of the business model that you're presenting, the quality of the prototype or model, right, the software that you have developed, the level of engagement and the number of early adopters that you have on your application so far, and then kind of the quality of the technology or the intellectual property behind your solution. Okay? So this is opening right now. We will take in applications until midnight on December 15th. Here's my contact information. Please write it down. Feel free to send me an email with any questions about how the process works. It should be pretty self-explanatory from the content you will find in ConnectAmericas. But please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions. This is open region-wide, so not only in Trinidad, also in the rest of the Caribbean, and also in the rest of Latin America. So work hard on it, get prepared, send us your applications, and we hope to be awarding prizes to some of the people who are present here today. Okay, so thank you very much. This is the challenge, and we hope to hear from you very soon.
Thank you very much, Francisco. So our next presenter from Facebook is Anna Santillana. Hope I pronounced that correctly, Anna? No?
But
No?
it's okay.
All right, okay. I'll try again. Right? Not now, though, I'll try again. So Anna basically focuses on developing small to medium businesses with the view of developing their future economic growth. She has great experience in working with entrepreneurs, and although her background is in literature and English, she puts that to good use with the Facebook team. So Anna, the stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Good? I cannot listen to you, cannot hear you. How are you? Good. Do you have all the energy and positivity to start with Facebook? Yes. That's great. So wait a minute, they're just setting the things up so it can show you the presentation. What we're going to do is I'm going to start and we'll talk to you about Facebook. What is it and what can work and what will work for your businesses. Then we'll have lunch. And then we will continue with the training, like the tools that will help you to make your businesses grow. All right? Are you ready for it? That's good to know. So let me just start with this. So you Endeavour by Facebook. Here we are, guys. I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm here in Trinidad and Tobago and here in Port of Spain, and it has been such a great and gratifying experience. It's really nice to know that all of you guys are interested in our platform, and that's why I think it will be very helpful for you to give you all the tools that you will need to grow your businesses. As you can see, I'm here. We usually present ourselves with our profile picture, so you know that we are part of Facebook. So you should have, all of you, Facebook as well. I'll ask you about it in a minute. This is a video for you to listen and to see what is Facebook about.
Friends, families, teams, tribes, colleagues, communities. It's human nature people like to be with other people. Because while we humans do a lot on our own, the simple truth is that sometimes we're even better together. Which is why we're drawn to interact and connect in simple and powerful ways, to express our likes and loves and so much more. These are opportunities to share, to discover, and to inspire. It's where amazing things have the opportunity to happen every single day. More than just on Facebook, but on our growing family of apps and services. Bringing us together in ways that are both accessible and incredible, delivering more than just likes and views, but measurable value for people and businesses alike. This is the incredible power of connecting us all. And it's just getting started.
So, welcome to Facebook, and let's talk about it. As you know, the world has changed a lot. Everything is mobile. How many of you do you have your mobile with you right now? Everybody. And I'm pretty sure that most of you have checked your Facebook recently, or you're checking it constantly. Well, let me tell you that the good thing is that this is the only place that you can check it all the time, and no one is going to tell you nothing about it. So go ahead. But the world is mobile. This means that we are changing. We are everywhere, isn't it? And that helps a lot. Look at the Facebook numbers. In the world that we are connected, we have 2.1 billion people on Facebook each month. That's a lot. Lots of people. 1.2 billion people are on Messenger, and 750 million people are on Instagram. So this means that if you want to succeed in your businesses, you have to be in the digital world, preferably on Facebook. You have to be there, you know? And also Instagram, because it's growing in such a way that will help you, all of you, to boost your businesses. The roadmap has been a lot. We've been here for 10 years. We started with Facebook, and then it changed, and we all then added Messenger and Instagram. And then what we want is everybody to be connected. That's our aim. As Maria Cristina MC was telling you about, the objectives have changed. We only want not only to be connected, but we want to build communities. We want you to build your own communities. And those communities will interact with other communities. And that's the purpose of our Facebook right now. We want it to grow. As you can see, people now spend more time with digital and mobile than it was before. You know, when a long time ago, we were always just watching TV or radio, and that was the way for you to find out what was going on in the world. But nowadays, you just simply log into Facebook, and you know what's happening in other parts of the world, as well here in Trinidad and Tobago, probably not Port of Spain, but other city. So we are getting into this digital world in such a way that everything is connected, and it's growing faster and faster. That's why it's important to be part of it. 100 million people access Instagram monthly on mobile. What tells you that? Do you have accounts, Instagram accounts? All of you? Yeah, well, you better. If not, don't worry. When we finish, I'll help you to set up your Instagram, because it's really important to be part of it. Why? It's the visual part where if someone doesn't speak English, doesn't matter. They will understand you because you're giving a picture, a photo, an image, whatever you want to do to connect with them. Now, how did we discover the mindset? Before, what we have is, has it ever happened to you that you're watching something and then suddenly it's interrupted by an ad or something, and then you watch it, you know, and you have to watch it? That's one way that everybody discovered things. The second one was search. For example, if you want to find something, you just simply write the word, and then you'll find you. But nowadays, what's happening is that this is changing. We have the news feed on Facebook. it just simply happens to be there for you and your clients, and they will find you, and they will give you, and they will make you want to discover what you are selling, what you are doing. And that is what you guys need to do. How? With relevant content that we'll talk about it in the training later on, okay? Now, the thing is that we are being connected, as I told you before. Look at it, like everywhere. And your business has to be connected as well. You can reach people all around the world. Because I want you to remember something. Your business is going to be in the hand of your possible clients. It's not the other way around, you know? They are not going to your store, but the thing is that you will be in their hand. They'll be able to reach you wherever you are, wherever they are, whatever they are doing, they can reach you. That's why it's so important. Now, Facebook for Business. Let me show you one of the stories I really love. It's a beautiful story about a girl who thought about how to grow her business. So let's see.
When I was a teenager, I actually was a size 8. When I went to college, the freshman 15 became the senior year 50. I will be honest, I hated myself. When I would put on items and it didn't fit, it really made me feel so awful inside. It's really telling a woman, don't be proud of yourself, don't be comfortable in your own skin. That's when I realized this was a bigger problem in the fashion industry. And that's how Pop-Up Plus was born. I invested my life savings to start this business. I risked everything I had to make sure that I could get this off the ground. Our first pop-up shop, we didn't break even. And that was probably one of my darkest moments in the beginning of Pop-Up Plus, because I really questioned, was this a viable business? But it was really the support from the community and knowing that the opportunity was there that really kept me going.
There you go.
We know that there's a huge community of women out there, plus size women, who want to hear our message, and we know that the best way to reach them is through Facebook. Facebook helps us reach an audience that the mainstream retailers have forgotten. Today, over 70% of our sales come from Facebook, and we've grown 300% over last year. We've shipped 2,500 orders to date. We release a new collection every month, and we have a team that helps me grow the business. When I see a customer come out of the fitting room, she feels confident and beautiful. It reminds me of why I started Pop-Up Plus. We're telling women that you don't have to be a size 2 to be sexy. I don't want any young woman to ever feel ashamed of who they are.
So, as you can see, it has grown in such a way, and Facebook helped her to be wherever she wanted and to reach the people that she wanted to reach. That's really important. Okay, can you see this picture, guys? Do you have an idea where is it? Just plain ideas? Not really. It's a little bit farther. It's a historical moment, a very important one for the Catholic Church. It's Rome, exactly. And the Vatican, 2005, where Benedict was, he became the Pope. That's the point. I want you to notice how many cell phones or mobiles can you see? 1, probably 2, isn't it? 3. You can count them, actually. It's amazing, isn't it? Okay, now look at the next picture. This is when Pope Francis, became a pope, 2013. Can you see a difference there? The world is mobile, isn't it? That's the point. So you can see that everybody, even tablets, actually they help you to see nearer, isn't it? You're far away, you put your tablet, you zoom it, and you can see it better. Well, the world is mobile. And these are I'm going to tell you the 3 pillars about it. The first thing about the world, how it's connecting, is the world is mobile. This means that 93% of us, when we wake up, we look into our cell phones, isn't it? Do you do it? First hour? Yeah, I know the reason. It's your, like, it helps you to wake up, you know, your clock in the morning. I know. Probably you can sleep next to it, your cell phone. If it's not there, what happens? Where did I leave the phone? Oh my God, I cannot sleep. Has it ever happened to you? Sometimes, isn't it? So, also, 1 of 5 minutes that we spend on the internet is devoted to Facebook or Instagram. And probably in that minute, you can check both Facebook and Instagram, isn't it? You have checked your Facebook recently, I'm pretty sure about it. So we devote a lot of time into it. So the mobile moves people, but also moves the businesses. The thing is that it will move your business as well. The challenge here is to have communication, close communication with your clients, not to be some ethereal enterprise business that no one knows who's behind. The thing is that for you to be close to your clients, you have to do it such a way that they will be next to you. Now, the second pillar is there is a new behavior. What can you see here? They are sort of they are sort of sitting, doing their things by themselves. But you know what is the beauty of this? Is that they are also getting connected to people. That's the important thing. You know, probably they are not talking to each other, but they are connected to people. They are checking either Facebook and to know what the cousin did, or chatting with someone, with their husband or wife, in this case, wife probably, or husband, who knows. And they are doing it. They are connected. That's the point, you know? And the third thing is that connectivity reinvents enterprises and encourages the entrepreneurial spirit. So this means that if you have a business, you can use Facebook in your very own favor. As you can see, we are all connected. You know, here we have Ricardo, and he has a bakery, and he has friends, and he has a friend with someone who has a relationship with someone else, and they are all connected. And eventually, they will get into Ricardo's businesses because they are part of his community. So here, what we want is that your community to become close to you, to your business. That's part of it. As you can see, connectivity makes people to be together, and they can create really big results. Your enterprise, your business will grow, and it will help your economic and social. It will have a really good impact here in Trinidad and Tobago, in your community, in Port of Spain, and why not America? Now that we are talking about America Connect, this will be not just about being here, but going everywhere. And that'll be absolutely fantastic. Wouldn't you like to have something like that? Yeah, to grow, isn't it? That's all what we want. As you can see, $21 billion have made, like Facebook has helped to create all these amounts of money and to create this amount of jobs, 569,000 jobs. That's a lot in all America, just America, Latin America, actually. So why not for you two guys to be part of this statistic? And you can also do it. That's the point. And how are you going to do it? Well, after the break that we're going to have, we are going to talk about the tools and the creativity, how for you guys to do it in such a way that you will boost your business, and that's part of it. Because there's something really important for you to know. You are doing it in such a way that we, Facebook, are really grateful that you're part, what you're doing about with your businesses, that you are growing. It's not that you depend on Facebook to grow. It's the opposite. Facebook grows because of you guys. And that's what we want you to keep in mind. Because thank you, all of you, Facebook is growing in such a way that it's getting in a real well, and it's making a big impact. And the impact will be for you, for people. Because remember that Facebook is about connecting people and creating communities, okay? So I'll see you after the break. If you have any questions, please. We will have a Q&A after we finish the training. The training is going to talk, we're going to talk about pages, how to create your page, security, which is really something really important to be secure with your pages, because sometimes things are not very clear about that. We're going to talk about Instagram, Messenger, creative content, and we'll be here for you. So if you have, and at the end of everything, we'll have a Q&A session for you to ask whatever you need, okay? So thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch, because we have a break right now, as well as I know, isn't it, Kendall? Yeah, I think so. According to our schedule, we are supposed to have a break, and then we'll continue later. So thank you very much, guys. Is it like that so, or not?
Sorry?
Is it like that? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a break right now?
Yes. Before we move, just a couple of house announcements. Of course, we understand that there's a collaboration between the Ministry of Planning and Development, Facebook, and the Global Services Promotion Program. Our broadband service provider, Tech Technologies, and our virtual reality providers, Carry Gamers, and I hope some people got a chance to participate in the VR tech in the back. You are required to remain seated. Servers from the Hyatt will escort individual tables in a organized manner to the lunch area. Just have a little bit of patience, just remain seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just one announcement. Since break just ended a short while ago, the agreement, well, you guys weren't involved in that decision, but the decision has been made, and the agreement is that Anna will continue for another half hour, and lunch will be at that period. Because I don't think everyone else is as hungry as I am, since again I was offered no plates. Oh, you have plates? No plates, but I guess the rest of you will survive while I languish in the back. So Anna will go on for another half hour, and then we'll have the break at that point. But the rules will still apply. Everyone will be seated, and the head staff will escort various tables out to lunch. Yeah?
¿Qué? Ah, sí, 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 ahí sí puedes subir a fuerza. Sí, sí. So guys, hello, I'm back here. I think I did like the inspirational part a little bit too fast. So why not let's continue with the tools for you to boost your business. That's the purpose of this, isn't it? For you to get to know how you boost your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a couple of different things. The first one are going to be the tools themselves. What can you do to boost it, okay? And the second part is going to be the how to be creative. Because whether you know it or not, is that what Facebook helps you, they can help you a lot, but actually the whole work that you have to do, it depends on you and the way you are creative and the way you are posting information for your clients. That's the secret of Facebook, you know? That's Facebook's secret, what you are doing. So let's start with pages. As you know, we have, this is us, this is you, and probably you have a personal profile. Who from here has a personal profile, Facebook personal profile? Raise your hands. All of you? Not so many. Well, if you don't, you should, by the way, have a personal profile. What do you usually post on your personal profile? What is it? Whatever you did or whatever you do, isn't it? Probably you put things like, I don't know, if you went to a party yesterday, into the personal profile, isn't it? And there you can share information with your friends, family, probably colleagues, but into a more personal way. That's the thing, you know, it's a very personal thing. But also, if you have a business, then you need to have a business page. That's the important part. Why? There are certain things for you to know. The personal profile, you are allowed to have up to 5,000 friends. That's it. You know, you can be very popular and to have 5,000 friends, and then after that, you won't be able to have any more friends. That's not good, isn't it? At least not good for your business. But your business page, well, there are no limits. Everybody can follow you. If the 2 billion people from Facebook want to follow you, they will be able to do it. And that'll be super cool for you to have. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that you cannot advertise anything on a personal profile, and you can do it on the business page. That's important for you to know. And the third thing is that on the business page, you can put information actually about your business. Where are you located, your schedule, like your timetable, opening hours. You can put, I don't know, the location of your store. So if someone comes in, you can click into it and they can know where you are located. So that helps to your customers to find you. That's the difference between having the business page and the personal profile. Now, this means that also you can give information, as you can see there, to certain people, to the people you want to reach. Because let's imagine that you are selling flowers. Well, if you sell flowers, probably you want to reach certain target. Probably men who want to give flowers to their girlfriends. So that's a very specific target. You can create something for them to buy you more, to be there for you in your business page. How are you going to do it? You have to create your page. You can go to facebook.com/pages, and you can build your own page. Also, if you go into your personal profile, on the left side in the computer, you can find there is a button that says create your page. You can click there, and you can start creating it. It's important for you to post and to put beautiful pictures that are related with your business. If you are selling flowers, please do not put a beautiful puppy. You know, they are tender. They're really nice, but the puppy won't tell you that you are selling flowers. So you have to put something that is related to your business at the cover. And as a profile picture, we recommend you to put the logo of your store or your business, okay? So on the profile part of the picture, put your logo. On the cover part, it will be great if you put some picture that is related with your business. Make it as beautiful as possible, as attractive as possible, so for you to have it. You can also build your page on your mobile, because as we were talking about, we're telling you, everybody has a mobile, and everybody is texting and doing everything with a mobile. So it will help you very much if you do it also on your mobile. Remember that you always have to put some button of call to action. What's the meaning of that? That if you could see there, they can click and they can contact you. There is a call of action, call to action, that they will do something for you guys. Because there's nothing like it's not worth if you post, I have the most beautiful flowers. Good for you. Just and that's it. But if I tell you I have the most beautiful flowers, come to my shop, I'm telling my clients what to do. That's what you have to do, guys. You should always remember to put this call to action button, okay? Now, there's also important things that you have to be connected with your customers. This means that you can save replies, you can respond signals, or you can reply privately. Look at examples. In this case, she's asking if she can have an appointment there. And, of course, hi, of course you can have it. You can answer. They are replying personally in that moment. And that is done either through inbox on your Facebook page or through Messenger. Both of them can help you with that. And you can see also that there is a part where they are telling the people how fast do you reply to their questions. Have you ever seen that? Do you have it? Be realistic, because when you get inside and you have to put their reply and they can check it, try to be as fast as possible so you can have the most of the points, for people to know that you're replying quite fast. Because I'm not sure, but I hate when I write someone and they don't reply. Or it takes a week to reply, isn't it? They're not solving your problem. They're not solving my problem in that moment. So what is important is that you can reply as fast as possible, but be realistic. I know sometimes you cannot reply immediately. Well, leave at least, 24 hours, that'll be the most that you can do it, but it will help as well. When you set your page, you have to have this button message so people can click on it and go for it. And they can ask questions, and they can do it in a private way. For example, here is an example. The girl who went to the massage forgot her wallet. Well, probably they will ask the owner, did I leave my wallet there? And yes, it's here, come and pick it up. And that was done privately. They didn't have to do it on the page, like everybody to know about it. So it's important, guys, for you to have this message and this private conversation with your clients. Why? Because I told you before, we are connecting with people, and we are connecting one another and creating community. And the only way to do it is to be all together. It's like to be with constant communication. That's important. Now, sometimes we can set our shop there, isn't it? Have you ever tried that? That you have products and you want to display those products, what you have there? Well, you can also set it there on the page. And people can actually look at it and see what's going on, what are your new products that you have. This, you will let people to navigate into your shop and see what they have. And then they can even send you messages, direct messages. What you can do is you can set your shop, and you can set a catalog of things. How many things do you have? Which are the unique products? Which are the favorite products that people like the most, for example? You know, you can also do that. And then you can put this bottom of message, so they can click on it, and they can ask you, I like it. Where can I buy it? How can I get it? And you can have a communication with them. Because as MC told me, I know that most of you are, or many of you are selling through internet. So this means that if you are connected and Facebook is giving you all the tools to do it, go and take advantage of it. It will help you a lot, okay? So what you can do is when you have a catalog, be sure that there is a message bottom so they can click, the clients can click on it, and they will go inside, and they will know, and you can be in contact with them. What are they actually liking also, because that will help with the insights. So 100 million people have hours of video watched every day. No. Who from you here like videos? They are fun, isn't it? Isn't it? And how many of you actually do videos for your web pages? Not so many. Why not, guys? I know we have certain ideas about how expensive it is and complicated it is. Well, we'll give you some ideas, some creative ideas for you to know that it's not that difficult to have these videos. The thing is that what we want you to do is we want you to show what you are doing. Look at the video they are showing here. It's a girl, she's cutting things, and she's preparing something, isn't it? And she sells, she sells this, Jasper Market sells like fruits and vegetables. And they are the fresh ones, and they can prepare really nice food. And this is not a big production. So please post videos. Videos is what is moving the world today. Remember that. Also, Facebook Live. Look at this. Have you ever tried Facebook Live? Any of you? It's lots of fun, isn't it? Let's see how fun can it be.
Am I live?
What up, Peach?
I have to hold it.
Hey, we are live from Phuket Walking Street.
It's my mom's birthday today, and we're going to surprise her. I don't know if you're out there, if you're watching. How are you doing?
Hi. I love you too. Doing some backside airs right now, warming up.
It's a really nice day out here.
Say, please adopt me.
Run, Adrian!
First asking, let's go. There goes Sean.
Jump, Berkeley!
Jump!
Jump for the people!
Yes!
Woo!
You guys can say goodbye to the chin strap penguins right here.
Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye!
As you can see, people are having fun creating live videos. You should try it as well, personally speaking. But also the good thing is that it can also help your business as well. And how can you create a business live, you know, like they will be shown up for people, everybody all around to see you, because the thing is that if you have a business on Facebook, it won't stay only in Trinidad and Tobago, but it will go everywhere. That's a good thing. So what are you going to do? Look at this example.
This bag is a good size bag. Next to it, I have put a Coach pebbled leather gold bag so that you can see. Hi, Debbie. Great to see you. I hope you come down soon. Debbie's in Massachusetts. This is the Coach bag, and it compared to, you know, the size of the Michael Kors.
So as you can see this video, what she's doing, the woman who owns the store, she owns a handbag store. She's comparing two handbags for women to know the difference between one and the other. Probably we as a customer, we cannot be there to see the handbags, to touch them, to see the size, the color. Sometimes it changes, you know, how, whatever. And the thing is that the owner of the store, what she is doing is showing it to everybody, the difference between one and the other. And people will be connected with her. There is a moment in the video that she says, "Hi, Denise," and she's far away, you know? Someone just logged in and is asking questions and telling her something about the product that she is giving. So this helps for people to be totally and absolutely aware of what they are doing or what she is selling, and people will be interested about it, you know? That's the thing. People will want to know much more about what she is doing, what she is selling. So you can do that. Can you think of what can you do with your businesses? Something live? Because I've heard that some of you have questions like, I sell services, not products. It's not the same to have a handbag than to sell some service. Well, you have to think about what can you do to sell the service. Sometimes the service is something that can be somehow tangible, that you can record. You can see a customer gets in and they get what they want, and you can tape that, you can record that. Or probably you can record the results of something. You know, probably what you are selling are trips. So probably you can have the moment where the client is going into the airport and saying goodbye to everybody. The exciting moment when they finally are reaching their dreams to travel somewhere. So the thing is that you have to find what is it that you can sell and what you can record for people to know what you are doing. That's important. Now, you have here, you can see the typical part of your page on Facebook. And here comes the interesting part, the insights. I'm pretty sure that most of you want to know what's happening with whatever you're posting and how it works. How can you know if it's actually working or not? Because if something doesn't work, you can always change it. Remember that. Probably you have given some post and it's not working, so you can change it. And you can find a way how to do it, and how you do it through the insights. Through the insights, you can have an overview, and you can know what's going on with your page. You can know which are the actions that have been taken there. Who's your target people? Who is visiting you? Probably you think that young people are coming to your web page, to your Facebook page, but guess what? It's not. It's probably women between 35 and 45 years old, you know? And you thought it was a different public. So this means either you are selling to the people who want to reach you, who are these women, or you are creating content directed to these women, not to the younger people that you want to reach. So this helps you to know all that. This helps you to create wherever is needed for you to boost your business the way you want it. That's the thing. You can also know how many likes do you have and the reach and the post engagement. Now, let's be honest. We all love to get likes, don't you? I mean, if I post something, if I get many likes, woohoo, I did, isn't it? Okay, now, let me ask you a question. If you go downtown to the city center and someone gives you a leaflet telling you that visit whatever business, what do you usually do with that leaflet? You throw it away, isn't it? Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I've seen it. Well, the unfortunate part of this is that's a like. I know it doesn't sound very promising, because like means that, okay, I saw you. Thank you. Okay, and that's it. There is no action after that. What we want is to have some engagement with people. You want them to share, to comment, to press the button, the call to action button. That's what you want to do for your businesses. So it's absolutely fantastic to have 2,000 likes, but it's better to have a bigger engagement. And you can know what's your engagement like on these insight pages. Okay, so you know you got lots of likes, good, but the engagement wasn't that big, wasn't that good, so you have to do something to get it better. Also, you can know who is visiting your page. For example, you can know how many women, how many men, the age, you know, if they are engaged, if they are just reached, if they just give like and that's pretty much it. What did they do with it? You can know about it. So that helps you to create content for your page. That helps you to know if I'm reaching more men than women, so this means that I have to create some posts that will be devoted for them, for those men, okay? Also, you can know where are they reaching you. The local part, they are probably reaching you nearby or far away, in this area or somewhere else. Trust me, you can be sometimes really surprised of what you can find out about it. And last but not least, which is really important, that's one of the questions that they always ask us, is when can I post? When will my post be huge and everybody will see it? Well, in this case, it depends on your very local business, but you can look at it through the insights, and you can know that there you can find when is the post the most popular time for you to post everything. Probably people like to see your posts when they leave work at 6 or 7 p.m. Or probably in the morning, as soon as they get into the work, they come in, and at 8 a.m. is the best hour for people to check your posts, and when they give like and share and comment. So it depends on your businesses, and you can check it. So if you know that in the morning they will check it, then at 7:30 or something like that, you can put the post, and at 8 a.m. in the morning, when I open my computer, it's there, the post. So attractive that I will go and I will be engaged into it. That's the point. That's why it's so important to have all these insights and for you to read them. If you have a personal profile, you cannot read the insights. If you have a page, you can, and you must. That's the thing. You must do the insights, read them, and know what is going on with your own page. Also, there is a part that you can see as well, the last 5 posts that you had, which was the most attractive. And from that on, you can decide, well, this one was really attractive. I can do something that's very similar as this one, and then you can create more posts like that, so it will become attractive. Okay, guys, so I think it is not a half an hour, but we will continue later on with the safety basics for pages, so for you to be totally and absolutely aware and fine with the security. Now, do you have any questions for what we have seen from now? We have some time for questions. No? Yes? Hi. I'm so sorry, you cannot listen. Let me see if there is a microphone, sorry.
Chanel Padmo, Caribbean Resourcing Solutions. We are a service-based company, recruitment, IT.
Hi.
I wanted to know if I wanted to post a video of some sort on my company Facebook page.
Yes.
How do I get that video to more users? Do I just pay for a boost, like how you do with a post? How does the video part of it work?
Do you want to answer? Okay, so sorry, this is Borja. He also is from Facebook, and he also helps to answer some questions whenever it's needed.
So thank you for introducing.
Yeah, and he will also help. Okay, regarding the videos, what you can do is you can also have this video, and you can put it onto your web page, into your page, isn't it? And people will see it. The thing is that it will be great if it becomes viral by itself in an organic way. That's what we want. We don't want to make it like, okay, for everybody to look at it and whatever, paying. That's not the point. So how can we do that? How would we do it in a it's like you have to create such a wonderful and marvelous video that everybody will love it and will share it. That's the way it works. We'll give you tips about it, and we'll tell you what you can do so you can have a wonderful video for everybody just to have it and to make it into an organic way. What you can do, of course, you upload it and you leave it there. If it's Instagram, for instance, you can also have Insta stories, but remember that they are like deleted 24 hours later. But if you want it for it to have like a longer life, then you can do it into Facebook, and then you put it there and you post it there, and people will continue. And if it's attractive, you can repost it all over again. You can upload it again, or just to share it. Do you remember last week that we had this video? Here it is, it goes again, because it was very successful, and you post it all over again. So people will keep on remembering it and constantly doing it that way.
And also, when you post a video, you have to know that you are going to reach the people. If we are talking about organic content, you are going to reach the people who follow your page. So you are going to reach the people who before is interested in your product, your brand. That's a good thing, because if you want to reach people that they are not following your page, other people who follow your page have to share this content in order to reach the other one. So for that thing, you have to be creativity, and you have to make like huge impact in order to compete with other companies that maybe they sell the same product than you.
Thank you. So to ask the question one more time in a different way, there is no way to pay for a boost on a video, like how I could boost a post. I have to let it organically grow and be shared by my followers. Yes?
Yes, there's a way. You can boost your organic post. After you boost it, it's not organic, but it becomes ad. But you can boost it. You have a button just at the bottom of the post in blue, and Facebook gives you insights. Kind of, for example, 85% of the people this post works better than the 85% of the other posts you have been posted the last week, or something, some insight like that, in order to get some information and to understand how they act through Facebook or through Instagram, the people who follow your business.
Okay, thank you. So for a post, sorry to reiterate, and a video, it's the same thing, organic growth, and if I want to, I can boost a video as well.
You can boost any post you do, even a text. If you will have just a button at the bottom of the post, and you can boost it. The thing is, boost the ones who are working well, because Facebook is already telling you that these posts work well. So the people who follow your page, they're going to act well with this post. They already act with this post well. They share, they comment, they like.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. This side, we have another question. Please.
All right. Joel Fraser, freelance journalist. I'm trying to understand something that happened with my Facebook business page, because I set up one in order to boost my my work as a freelance journalist writing for international media, and I don't have many Facebook friends, probably about 10. But when I would put a post on the Facebook page, initially I set it up in June. Initially, I would get engagement of like 100 and something, and so on and so forth. But then, oddly enough, when I connected with, I added a friend who has thousands of Facebook friends, and immediately after I added him, I got absolutely nowhere with my posts. They would not go. The most it would go is like to 8 people, and I don't understand why that was.
Could be a lot of facts, like a lot of facts. The goal here is to have to create a good community of people who you know that they are interested in your product, your brand. First of all, I was talking with one woman in my table, and she asking something like, how many, if I have a big number, should be better than I have a less community in my page, like people following my brand, my company. It's not the quantity of people, it's the quality of these people. The thing is you have to have in your page the people who are really interested in your product. They're gonna they're gonna pay for your product. They are gonna contact you. These people, not the people. We don't care if we have like 1 million people. If they don't, they are not gonna buy anything from my company.
Exactly. It's important for you to have the people that will buy whatever product you're selling. Or in this case, they will be interested in your stories, for instance. You're a journalist, so probably they will follow your stories. And it doesn't have to do with the fact that there was someone who had a lot of people and then suddenly they are not following you. It's the fact that the quality of people that you have there, they will continue following you. And you have to be very careful with who are you posting this information to as well. Probably sometimes someone can just simply take that story that you've done and put it and post it, and because they have, I don't know, more contacts, then it seems that it was that person's idea or post, but it wasn't. It was yours. So you have to be careful with this, because these are the factors that Borja is just saying.
Also, although if we are talking about organic content, if Anna and I, we are friends. If I'm publishing something, if I'm posting something about my company in my page, careful, page, business, profile, like personal life. If I'm posting something in my page, and Anna follow my page, my business, and she share this post, maybe Anna, if she's friend of you, I'm gonna reach you through Anna.
Yes.
Because this is kind of becoming a replicating of content. Because you are gonna reach other people, and you don't have to invest money. But the thing is, like, the fact is that you have to be creativity. You have to be, you have to have something that your other companies that made some product like similar to your company, they are not gonna reach these same people, or you are gonna become the first option of these people.
So my final question. So would you suggest that it would be a good idea to join like groups that are devoted to media and journalism? Do you think that would help a lot? Because I know they have Facebook groups. So do you think that if I join groups that belong to media, journalism, that would help a lot in promoting my business page?
Yeah, totally. Because the people, Anna show you a slide when appears something like search. Okay, the people search through Facebook right now. If I want to contact one restaurant, I'm gonna search through Facebook also. That's the thing. You have to be like at least one site that the people can reach you. Otherwise, they are gonna go to your other companies similar to you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I think will be the last one, and then we'll have the break that they were telling us.
We'll have a Q&A after too, oh no?
Sorry? Yes.
We will have Q&A after the other
When we finish
block,
the whole training, we will. But yes, the one.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Navid Lancaster. I own Lancaster Limited. I'm a musician, and I create content for films, video games, so on and so forth. I saw an example that you put up there on your page, and it has this symbol for page verification. And I really want to know about that, because I applied for that about a year and something ago, and Facebook wrote back and said, okay, they'll look into it. So far, I haven't seen anything about it. So is it a case of, do I need to have a level of engagement for my page to be verified, or do I need to have a certain amount of people on my page to be verified? What is the procedure?
Okay. We have to know that we are reaching business, we are reaching people through a screen. It's not the same thing than reaching people in front, face to face. So we have to be clear in this case. About verification, the people, when they look for the verification of a business, they are searching for like to be confident, to make action with this company. So there is two kinds of verification: the blue one and the gray one. Everybody wants the blue because I don't know, soccer players has the blue.
Because it's beautiful.
And there is not one better than the other one. They're different. you have a SMB verification or a business verification. This is the gray one. And you have like a media, companies, like maybe Ministry of, the Ministry also of Planning and Development. They're gonna apply to the blue one, not the gray one. So you have the gray one is SMBs. Okay, it's like business with, like, you know, maybe you have a brand also, but not big companies. So you are gonna apply to the gray one, not to the blue one. And you have, if you want to apply to the gray one, you have to go to the menu, at the top of your page. You are gonna see one button that's called Settings. You click there, and you have like a sub menu at the left. In general, you will see verification of page. You have to upload some documents, like, I don't know, depends
I was asking for, I think, my government ID or something. That, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me?
He was asking for a picture of my government ID, if I remember clearly.
Kind of. I don't know which document they ask for, because depends countries and some things. Yeah, but it's like commercial license, something like that, or kind of verification that Facebook can guarantee that your business is your business, and it's real one, and it's not a fake one.
So basically reapply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's
the
like,
thing.
It's not apply. If everything is okay, they're gonna give you the gray blue. I can't apply. I don't know why.
The check, the gray check, or the blue check. It depends on whatever you have. All right. Thank you very much, guys. We'll continue after the break, and we'll continue with safety, and we'll see Messenger and Instagram and creative content, how for you to boost the business. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
Now, some people have been asking for your name again, and I know I got it wrong the first time. Ana Santillana?
Yes, you can call me Ana Santillana, it's all right, but my name in Spanish is Ana Santillana.
Santillana, yeah.
Yes, I know it becomes a little bit confusing.
Spanish instructor.
Double L, J sound.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ana Santillana. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ana.
Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you. So, okay, back to the lunch rules. Screen guy, the jot form slide. Right. Our broadband partner, Marcy, has a jot form questionnaire that they would like you guys to participate in. And since we have free broadband and free Wi-Fi, this is the jot form link. So if you go on, please complete the survey for Marcy Technologies, our broadband service providers.